Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Calls or Talking Balls, where we take your hot takes and tell you whether they're a good call or you're talking balls, basically. And joined as always is my lovely co-host. How are you, gents?
Good, good.
Sweet to the beat. Thanks for
I
asking.
think I still
Yeah,
think that each week we should rotate who does the intro to that.
yeah.
I
More
can't,
than
I can't wait
I'm
to hear
more than
Rob's
happy.
voiceover.
Is that because he said good calls instead of good calls, or?
No, I didn't catch up on that. I just
My
meant he was
mouth
talking
is
about
really
good
dry.
call.
Oh
Um,
dear.
Spoiler
yeah,
alert: we forgot to put up on the Instagram again, asking
no,
for your hot takes, which means this is going to be another week of nothing but good calls because they're all
no.
ours.
I
So
need to remember to do that every
That's
Monday.
right.
And you know what? I've been meaning to write out a schedule and put it on my wall to watch when he's done.
We'll just put it into the chat this week, mate. Get that on Instagram.
Yeah. So, Curtis, you want to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah, I'll go first. And this is one. I don't know if this is the hottest of hot takes, but the Cowboys are now Super Bowl contenders. They could go the whole way.
That's a good call. I agree with that. Yeah, Cowboys
Yeah.
are an awesome team, and
Like I
they're
say,
beating.
I don't think it's the hottest of hot takes given how they've been playing. The only thing that I think holds them back is obviously Dallas for them at the minute is a bit of a fortress. Can they keep that form going out of Dallas? And I don't know that they can, but yeah, I think they're looking good. They're looking like a decent win against the Eagles. And I know on the last episode we talked about how I was the only one that actually picked them to win over the Eagles. But I also said that I didn't think it would be as convincing as it was.
Yeah, well, they beat the Eagles, and did they? I'm trying to check here. Did they not beat the 49ers in Week 12?
It's
Or am I going nuts by thinking that?
I don't think the 49ers have lost from they got your man Young or whatever Chase Young was it? I don't think they've lost the game from they got him, and that was before that was week 12 they got him, wasn't it? Am I making that up?
Mate, I keep telling you, just own it.
Oh, mate,
Just
I'm
own
just
it,
saying
yeah.
things. I'm
Just
gonna
keep
tell you
owning it.
now.
Yeah.
We lost
Say,
to the
yeah,
Bengals.
this is utter facts that are coming out of my mouth right now, and whether you believe it or not, it is true. Right now, I can't see it. I'm down to week 10, and it doesn't seem to be
no,
happening.
they were beaten convincingly by the 49ers back in October, 42-10.
Oh, right. Well, then,
But since then, I mean, they've turned it around, like, and they've. No,
look,
well,
my Denver Broncos are looking good. Do you know what I mean? Beating them Chargers again. I'm just saying, these Denver Broncos are going to make it all the way. I can see Russell Wilson win a Super Bowl at some stage here. Like, that could be a
He's
hot
already
pick.
what?
possibly.
He's already. I mean, that's a big one. In the first week we had, they might get in. Was it get into the playoffs or win their division? Was it? And we sort of
Yeah.
went. I think we went good call. Now you're calling them Super Bowl champions. It's been 2 weeks since that.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm saying. Will the Cowboys beat them? And wherever they play them?
I
Who would
think
win in
so.
a game between the
I think
Broncos
so.
and the Cowboys?
I think the Cowboys have it. Cowboys currently sitting top of the NFC East, joint top with the Eagles. And I mean, on paper, if you're calling the Eagles Super Bowl potentials, then you have to call the Cowboys Super
Yeah.
Bowl potentials as well,
Well,
don't
that's
you?
it. I mean, you're looking at the Cowboys, the Eagles,
Yeah.
the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the 49ers, and the Ravens for possibly maybe the Bills, maybe. If you
I
want
don't
to
even know
be.
about the Dolphins at this point. They've been absolutely shocking against the team with the winning records.
Yeah, same with the Lions. The
So
Lions have went downhill as well.
yeah, but
But
I think, I
I'm
think
going
if
to
you
go.
look at it as is, over the Eagles, the Cowboys definitely have an easier run to Super Bowl. So, I mean, I think based on that alone, I reckon it's a good call.
The Eagles play the Seahawks and the Cowboys play the Bills.
Bills
Next.
and then the Dolphins.
So who has the easier run? Who are you saying?
I'm saying the Cowboys have the easier run.
With the Bills and the Dolphins up next?
Yeah.
Bills, Dolphins,
I think you're
Lions,
talking balls, mate.
Commanders.
Yeah, well, you just only mentioned the first two games. They also then got the Lions and Commanders.
Lions are friggin' a good team as well. They're 9-4. I think the next
I
three
think
games are the
Who,
hardest
who,
games.
hold on. The Eagles, though, are against. Let me just bring
The
it up.
Seahawks, mate, they're shite.
Seahawks are shit.
Listen. How's it getting on, dickheads?
Sorry, bud. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna go good call, Kurt, because I think they will be there or abouts. You know what I mean? I think usually they falter and get beat by the
Yeah.
49ers in
Yeah.
the playoffs. But I think it could be their year. We'll see.
I think that's the most solid Dak has looked in a long time, and
Yeah.
I think that is that could be what gets them there.
Well, if that can keep up his consistency, I think it could be a good call.
Well,
Well, good call.
I'm gonna go good call too because the three of us have already said good call. So
Did you say good call as well, Marcus?
you did. Because sure they've got the easier.
I honestly thought we were all going to go talking balls in that one so that we could see the talking balls.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Perfect.
Whatever says next, talking balls. I want to know what
Okay,
it is.
well, I'll make it easy for you, right?
Jets are going to the Super Bowl.
Talking balls. Right,
No,
get that up. Go.
I'm not that delusional, but I am saying that the Jets will make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's talking balls.
Talking balls.
That's talking balls. That's
I don't know.
Give
There's
us
so many teams. There's so many teams on the same record, Adam. I mean, the Jets, the Raiders, the Chargers, the Giants, the Titans. Who else have we got here? The
Oh,
Bears.
Rob, by the way, I'm retracting my statement. I've just seen who the Eagles are against for the next 4 games.
Why are you saying it to me? Oh, because I was the last one to comment on it. Fair enough.
So yeah, there's a lot of people, and then you've got boys that are just at 6 and 7. You know what I mean? There's loads of them. I mean,
So they're
It's
able to
doable.
finish what 9 and 8 as their best
we
record
win
at
our
this
next
point.
4 games, we'll finish 9 and 8, which is a winning
Uh-huh.
record, which is usually
they've
good
got-
enough to get in there.
Which is a winning record. Hold on to that, mate.
Oh, who have they got? So they've
But
got
yeah, well,
the
technically it
Dolphins,
is, yeah.
Commanders, Browns, and if my phone would stop playing up, 1 second. Who's the fourth fixture? Because my phone's messed up.
For God's sake, I have to do everything. I know.
Oh, the
18.
Pats. I reckon you'll probably
the
be
Patriots.
2. You'll probably be 2 and 2 in those fixtures.
Who do you think we're going to lose to?
The Browns and Dolphins.
Hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
give you the win against the Pats and the win against the Commanders, but I don't think you're beating the Dolphins and the Browns. So talking balls.
Even then, we're still looking at a 7 and 10 record.
Which isn't playoff contention at all.
I don't know, man.
I have a feeling, and I don't know why, but I have a feeling that next week Zach Wilson just goes back to what he was. I don't know why. I don't think he's carrying that form through the rest of the season. I really hope he does for him, but I just feel like next week he's going to go back to what he's been all season.
It's the Jets' defense. You know what I mean? If he can score at least 2 touchdowns, we could win a game. That's it. Like, I mean, that's how low we're keeping the scores on defense, that we can throw 2 touchdowns and win a game. That's how easy it is for him. You know what I mean? If he has that confidence, we're like, you know what? I don't give a fluff anymore. Fluff this.
But do you see him getting by the Browns defense?
100%.
Well,
They haven't been overly great the past wee while. Like,
they were pretty good this week.
you're going to look at fantasy points, aren't you? Though.
Oh, no, I'm gonna look at their stats, mate. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Well, they landed 27 points against the Jaguars.
And Jags have been a good team this year.
They have mediocre.
Itch.
They have mediocre-ish. Yeah, they're 8 and 5. So is the Browns. Browns are 8 and 5.
They're still not making the playoffs, though, mate.
Which one, the Browns or the Jags?
The Jets.
The
The Jets are going to make the playoffs.
They're
Aren't-
not.
Are you saying I'm talking balls?
Yeah.
You're definitely talking balls, yeah.
Rob, are you saying I'm talking balls?
100%. Let's have it. Let's hear you, Curtis. Let's hear you, Curtis.
Are you ready for it? You ready for it?
Yeah.
Talking balls.
Fair enough.
There, you got to see it. That sounded like you when you were in the toilet with IBS.
Jesus Christ. Also, the Browns this week got 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble recovery. So their defense is still banging, mate. You can't say nothing about them.
Banging's an overstatement.
Well, good.
So it is. Right, Kurt, your turn.
I just went, did I not?
I just said the Jets were making the playoffs.
Oh, was that an actual one? I thought we were all just taking the piss. We did.
Oh,
I
this is a
thought we were
hot
taking the
take.
piss
That was
'cause
the
I thought we
hottest
were
of
taking
all.
the
That was
piss
the
because
hottest
Rob
of all
wanted to
takes.
see the.
That was the hottest of all takes.
Right, okay. Joe Flacco could be one of the only quarterbacks in history who started the season watching NFL games on a sofa like the rest of us and might actually end up finishing the season going to the Super Bowl with the Cleveland Browns.
I think you're talking balls because I think the Jets are going to beat the Browns playoffs.
Well, the Browns
Jets
definitely have a better chance than
they're
the
on their
Jets.
playoff run of winning games, mate. They're going to destroy the Browns and Joe Flacco's confidence in life. You know,
Jesus, we're going deep here, are we?
yep. Flacco was our backup last year, so fluff that guy.
You got a Flacco jersey in your garage, mate? Do you not?
I don't-
No, I
Tebow.
thought you did. Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow,
Right.
Geno Smith.
I think that's a super hot take because I'm not 100% sure I'm convinced in it myself. But it'd be a nice story if it was to
Be a
happen.
lovely story. But we're
I don't think-
considering
I don't want to say good call because then Curtis will be on more good calls and the Jets have wins. But looking at the amount of easy games they've got going forward, I'm gonna have to give him a good call.
Really?
I know, but you got to think about the playoffs, mate. You're thinking about regular season. You've got the playoffs to go as well, which will be better teams than they're playing for the rest of the regular season. I
Yeah.
reckon they'll make the
They play the
playoff.
Bears. And the Bears are on a good run too now, boys. Let's just remember that they just beat the 9-4 Lions, which were the 9-3 Lions up until the Bears beat them.
Yeah, and they'll be in a wild card game as well, won't they? They're not gonna. They'll have to play 3 games.
It'll
late
be
in
a
the
wild
Super
card
Bowl.
game, yeah. So they'll have an extra game. It's
Yeah.
only the division playoffs that don't have to be in
Do
a
you know
wild
what though?
card.
For a 38-year-old quarterback who literally didn't have a team at the start of the season to come in, and if he was to carry them through to the playoffs, at least that is still incredible.
Oh yeah,
I think it's still.
I think you'll get the playoffs, but not Super Bowl.
Now, you're talking about a 38-year-old quarterback here, whereas the Jets have a 40-year-old quarterback that's coming back from Achilles injury in 3
Yeah.
months, man.
That's Aaron
And
Rodgers.
Joe Flacco's the greatest thing in the world. What?
Yeah, but
Where's the Aaron Rodgers love here? Like,
we're not
He's not
talking about
playing.
Aaron Rodgers.
He's not
We're talking about Joe
he's
Flacco.
not ready. He'd be ready on Christmas Day. They're waiting to Christmas Day to put him out with a turkey and have him carve it and everything and go.
Are we changing this question to Aaron Rodgers is the only player to sit in the sofa all season and then get to the Super Bowl at the end of the season, or what's happening here?
Yeah, that's a hot take. Yeah.
But no,
the Joe Flacco, I think the Browns do their Browns thing and fluff it up at some stage of the game. I don't think they'll make it anywhere. Well, I think they'll maybe make it to the wild card game, and then that'll be it. They'll fluff it up again and take it from there.
I think that I would say not Super Bowl playoffs definitely, but not Super Bowl. So talking balls.
2 in a row. Do you know what? I'm gonna go talking balls as well.
Mark,
Talking balls.
so if we get 3 of these in a row, it'll be the same weeks Rob was off with IBS.
I was off for fucking 2 weeks. One of them wasn't IBS, the other one I was in Pride.
3
Would you leave me alone?
3 weeks. 3 weeks out of
2.
4 weeks, you were off.
2.
You were away on holiday. You had IBS, and then you had another thing. Your heart was going to give out or something.
Oh, my blood clot thing. I'm just full of ailments.
What was your prize, Rob, at this year's Jets Awards night?
Something to do with
A game
I
of
can't remember.
operation.
It was a game of operation. I know that much, but I can't remember what the piss take award name was. If that helps.
You need an operation, and because you're so injured and sick and all the time.
I don't need an operation, and I've never been sick other than this season or injured.
You
So
keep saying this, but then you also say you've never had IBS.
I've never. No, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think I'm talking balls, do you?
Yeah,
And you're
talking
missing the
balls.
opportunity to press
Yeah.
that button. Yeah.
Do you know what? We this was mentioned a lot last week when you weren't here either, to the point where we considered a show called Talking IBS.
Yeah.
Did you?
Like, yeah,
We're going to reach out to
It came up.
IBS awareness.
It came up. Yeah.
You sound like it's a bad thing, but I don't fucking have it, right?
Yeah, it's okay to have. You know what I mean? It's a
We're
terrible.
definitely getting sponsored, man.
Yeah, you get it sponsored by ABS charity.
Imodium.
Imodium.
So our last wee hot take before we sign off, I have is the Panthers with the worst record this year, and will move on from Bryce Young in the draft and take up a new quarterback in the
They've
generous
lost.
talent of Caleb Williams.
Have they not lost their first round pick, or did they gain a first round pick? I can't remember what it is.
They had the first round pick last year and took Bryce Young.
Right, but was there not? Who was it that has a first round pick this year because of some other team being
Was it not the
shite?
Texans moved up? Maybe they don't. Oh, hold on.
I think they may have lost their first round pick.
Hold on. Hold on. We look at this here.
Hit the
Then
button. Hit the button.
what? Hit that. NFL draft order right now. Tankathon. Carolina
Do they have a pick? Do they?
to Chicago. They give it to Chicago. Yeah, so Chicago has the first round pick. They don't have one.
There you
So I'm talking balls.
are. You are, mate.
So
Thanks, Google.
thanks, Google. Yeah.
Well, it was me that said it, and you just had to confirm it.
Well,
Should
here.
have owned that. Should have owned that one that time. Damn it.
Wait there. I'm going to change it up. Chicago Bears move on from Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams.
Good save. Edit that one.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Say it again.
He's been playing pretty well the last lot of weeks, though. He seems to be coming into his own.
Bears will move off of Justin
Coming into
Fields.
his own, mate. Were we on week 15? It's too late to come into your own.
Yeah, he did the same last year.
Right.
Everybody thought he was going to be a baller this year, and turned out he wasn't, which I 100% said before the season even started that he was not going to be a baller, and couldn't believe it. People were saying this.
No, you were trying to trade me everybody for him right at the start.
You were, yeah.
Was
You were willing to give up your
Pollard?
your godsend, friggin'
Yeah, you're going to give me Aaron Rodgers.
Aye, because he got injured.
No,
that was
before
before.
Aaron Rodgers got injured. Before his
Yeah.
4
In
downs.
hindsight, I'm so glad I didn't.
That's the guy because he runs. He runs a lot, so he's like a running back at quarterback. So yeah, what do you think about that? My new
New and
changed.
improved hot take.
Your new and improved hot take.
Your
Yeah.
warm take.
The Jets have the 7th pick. I also think that they'll take your man, Jalen Daniels, who won the Heisman Trophy. But we'll not get into that yet. We'll wait till the draft order. You
Talking balls, man.
think I'm talking balls? You think that?
Oh, no, sorry, you
Bears-
changed it to Bears, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you think
No,
the
no,
Bears
yeah.
will stay with Justin Fields then and not move on to Caleb Williams, which most scouts are saying is once in a generational talent and even better than Trevor Lawrence?
But is there not like a quarterback every year that's a once in a generational talent?
No.
You sure? Was Zach
Yes.
Wilson not meant to be a pretty
No.
good quarterback?
No.
But
Trevor Lawrence.
Didn't
I
Caleb
love Trevor
Williams?
Lawrence.
Didn't Caleb Williams appear in the top 5 quarterbacks?
Yep. So a
But
guy
he's not
actually
even playing NFL.
Yep, a guy actually put up a post. I can't remember what show it was on, but like he put up the top 5 quarterbacks at the minute, and Caleb Williams was in the top 5, and he's not
But
even in the NFL yet.
Is that because, and I don't mean this as in like that he's not talented, but is that because this has been a really bad season for quarterbacks? Do you know what I mean? Like
Possibly.
it's been a rubbish season for quarterbacks. Look at Mahomes. Look at all. It's just quarterbacks. Have, we touched on this last week talking about is there any quarterback who deserves to win MVP?
Yeah.
So is that the reason that he's in there, or
possibly? Yeah. But it's still a big shout from somebody to do that, to put a college footballer in that hasn't never played in the NFL
yeah?
in that.
Especially when the college football as a whole is a bit more of a passing league, isn't it? A bit more fancy with the plays and stuff like that, especially deep ball. You don't get as many deep balls in the NFL as you would in college.
Pure athlete, pure specimen, this boy. So, yeah. What do you think?
That's a good
Williams
call.
be at the Bears?
I think, to be fair, Justin Fields has had enough opportunities at this point. Like, it'd be a good call.
Yeah, I'll go good call.
Yeah, seems controversial, but yeah, let's go. Good call.
Love it, boys.
See on that note of quarterbacks doing good or bad, it was a very hot or cold week for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Just in terms of fantasy alone. I mean, I was against Matthew. I had Brock Purdy, had Jordan Love. Jordan Love scored sweet fuck all. You skip across to Ryan yourself, Neil. Goff, done fuck all. Baker Mayfield had a good day.
Patrick
Rob,
Mahomes
you're the
done.
same. Patrick
Fuck
Mahomes
off.
done shit against Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields balled out last week.
Yeah. And then I suppose you can't really put Herbert into there because he fractured his finger, didn't he? Or broke his finger off.
And then
broke his finger off.
Broke his finger off.
Last week we were having that MVP conversation, and we were saying that obviously Lamar Jackson is the one who's looking like an MVP at the minute, but even he has been kind of up and down, and then at the weekend just turned it on. Like it was almost like he listened to the show, which I mean, you never know.
We'll see he does.
But he was kind of like, I'll show you who's the MVP. And just like incredible game at the weekend. So yeah, really hot and cold week.
It has been mental, but see if you look at the draft order, the Ravens are picking last, so that's mean they're putting the Ravens as the best team at the minute and San Francisco as the second best team. So it's going the last teams pick are Ravens, 49ers, Cowboys, Dolphins, and then Philadelphia.
I do think a Ravens 49ers Super Bowl will be class.
Be a great Super Bowl. I kind of expect that to turn around where the 49ers will end up last over the next couple of weeks, I would imagine.
Did you see the conspiracy theory about how the NFL is scripted?
Yes.
So you know, like last year it was Chiefs Eagles, and the advertisement for the Super Bowl, it was in sort of like a reddy green hue. Whereas this year it's more of like a reddy purple hue. So they're saying Niners Ravens.
That's a good shit. Yeah, I've seen that myself. I've seen that they pick the colors of the teams that are already going to scripted to be in the Super Bowl, sort of thing.
Right, there's your hot take. Let's do another one. Bonus hot take. The NFL scripted. Let's open that can of worms.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying.
You just going to get called straight off the bat. You think it's scripted? You think it's WWE, do you?
There's any accreditation we wanted to any future games gone, just like that.
Tom Brady,
well done, mate. Well done.
Tom Brady says, "You think if the NFL was scripted, I would have lost to teams like the Jets and stuff."
Man's got a point.
Like, wow, that was harsh, man. This is why I don't like you.
Stone Cold used to lost wrestling matches to flipping Kurt Angle, like so.
Well, that's true.
You know,
Kurt Angle's an absolute animal.
Remember where
he was? Don't get me wrong, but he was no Stone Cold.
That's it. He's a legend. But anyway, that's another good calls or talking balls, guys. We'll be back again next week with some more, and then we'll be taking a wee break for Christmas.
Oh, who knows? We might do a wee Christmas episode.
A wee Christmas episode in our Christmas jumpers and eating our turkey sandwiches.
Get the Baileys out.
Yeah,
on Boxing Day, I'll be drinking.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a bloody good episode of Good Calls or Talking Balls.
Yes,
it is.
We'll do good calls and talking balls about Christmas.
Let me tell you what I really think of the Jets.
Great them guys. Aaron Rodgers is an asshole. All right, folks. I'll see you next week.
See you later.
See you later.